Okay, sorry about that, guys. This video is going downhill quick. If that happens, you need aluminum shock caps, and yeah. But I'm just gonna refill mine, put my shock cap back on, and not press it so hard this time. Thicker oil will do that too. If you try to work it quick, the thicker oil will try to blow the shock cap off because it can't flow as quickly. So it will have more of a tendency to pop your shock cap, as opposed to thinner oil, which will flow through the piston really quickly and not put any pressure on the shock cap. But this shock actually feels good. You can watch it. It's got resistance pushing in, a lot of resistance. It's hard to push all the way up. Thinner oil will flow a little easier and be easier to push up, but it builds pressure and gets hard to push, and shoots right back out. Doesn't take like a few seconds to come back out. It comes right back out, which is precisely what you want. And now I'm just going to reassemble the shock. Put on your spacer, put on your upper retainer, put on your spring, and put on your lower retainer, and there's your completed shock. You shouldn't hear any squeaking. This one has a little bit of squeaking, but it is actually went away. If it squeaks, that means there's air in it, and you don't want air in your shocks. This one went away, so it's fine. If it doesn't go away right away, though, it needs to be taken back apart and redone. Now, sometimes shocks, I've had them take 10 minutes to get a good enough oil in there and no air. You'll know if there's no air, or if there is air in there. I'll show you an example with the second shock. Pull the bottom retainer off, spring off, upper retainer, any spacers you have. Just going to wipe the shock off. It's good to wipe your shocks off too before you take them apart, just because if they're dirty, there's a better chance of getting dirt into your shock, and it's not good. For this, I can see there will be a little air in there. So here is, it's not filled up to the top, so that's what a bad one will do. Not come right back out. You can kind of hear it. Hopefully you can hear that on the camera, but really easy. Pretty much no resistance to push in. Goes right in, comes back out a little bit. Maybe if you let it sit here for like an hour, maybe it will flow back out, but probably not. This one's pretty much not doing anything. So that one definitely needs rebuilt, but I've already shown you how to rebuild one. Same goes for the other. If you fill it up with new oil and it still does this, just take your cap off. Fill it up with oil, work your shaft up and down a little just to get all the air out of it. You'll see some bubbles form. Top it off again, work it again. If it needs topped off, top it off again, and put your shock cap back on and try again. And just repeat the process. If it doesn't build a lot of pressure and get hard to push out, push in, and then it pushes itself right back out, pop your shock cap off, work your shaft, put a little more in there, and just repeat that process until it behaves like the one I showed you. So I'm going to rebuild this one, rebuild my rear shocks, and go bash. I recommend you do the same.